Tonight on News 5 Live, Hofius to wind down its business in Belize City after 132 years. A closer look at the online scams that have been plaguing Belizean consumers. The Bladen 12 goes to court. We'll tell you about a statutory instrument as well as regulations being put in place for a trial in the new family court building. And in tonight's episode of Belize on Real, Takari and tomato choka as we explore East Indian cuisine. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Daddy! Buy me one Carol consomme.
Carol consomme. Carol, Mr. Sam, give me a...
You want egg? Oh, you want consomme? Carol consomme.
Carol Consomme. The best taste and the best price. Less fat, more flavor. Carol Consomme. Available in packets for only 20 cents and a half-pound jar for only $2.75. Less fat, more flavor, more savings.
Give me a...
Carol consomme.
Taste the savings. Love the flavor.
Available at 88 Shopping Center, Publix Supermarket, TJ Supermarket, Ming Superstore, Sugar City Supermarket, and you can also find it at your favorite supermarkets near
13,835,700 eggs are eaten by tourists each year, fueling our thriving economy. Tourism means business.
We love our cars. They take us where we need to go and allow us to explore, work, and even make memories. RF&G Insurance prides itself in offering coverage options for you. We are pleased to reintroduce our Super Act policy. Drive with confidence, knowing that you are protected on both public and private roads. Experience outstanding service and reliable protection that is tailored to your budget. WhatsApp us at 670-8700 or visit an agent near you to learn more. Remember, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
Belize, Darasaba Home Theater and Red Stripe present the official 20th annual tribute and concert to the late great Bob Marley. This event to be held on Sunday, February 11th at the Big Bird's Isle from 4 p.m. until. Entertainment include live DVD performance of Bob Marley on the big screen, live band performance by Family Fusion Band with selectors Tony G, Mad Rockamose, DJ Dalla, Soldier Sound, and DJ Wiz, all backed up by Silver Fox Sounds.
Love to see when you're moving the rhythm.
Entrance fee only $10. Bring out the entire family.
Hey, oh, what a rat race.
Sponsored by Steve Benedict Auto Sales, Creme Television and Creme Radio, Vibes Media Radio and TV, Leslie's Imports, Channel 7, Channel 5, Wave Radio and Television, The Angelus Press Limited, Digi Wallet, Honorable Anthony Mahler and Belize Tourism Board, Love FM, Caribbean Shipping Agencies Limited, Red Stripe, and Campari.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSB, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize, knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
We wanna, yeah, we just wanna have fun. The
Honda Navi, a partner you can rely on. Benquip, equipment, parts, service.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, February 6th. I am Sabrina Daly. The closure of heritage stores in the downtown area of Belize City always grabs public attention because of the rich history that these businesses have, as well as the many experiences that customers share, either traveling to or simply enjoying the sights and sounds of busy Saturday mornings in the old capital. So when word got around this morning that Hofius was shuttering its business, there were more questions than answers regarding the unforeseen announcement. After all, the store has remained a fixture in the downtown since 1892. We begin our newscast tonight with a brief look at the legacy of the company as it prepares to go out of business. Here's News 5's Isani Cayetano.
Another of the oldest department stores in downtown Belize City is preparing to wind down its business in the months ahead. Since opening its doors to the Belizean public in 1892, Hofius Limited has endured as a well-known establishment and landmark on Albert Street. In fact, it was founded by Otto Hofius and Kurt Hildebrandt almost 132 years ago. In 1914, the business became known as Hofius Hardware Company Limited, before becoming Hofius Limited. The store remained in Hofius family until 1960. Earlier today, it was announced that a decision had been taken by shareholders of the company to close its doors to retail and wholesale business by mid-year. This brings to an end almost a century and a half of dedicated service to Belizean consumers. While News 5 understands that the property, a prime piece of real estate in the downtown area, will eventually be placed on the market, we note that parking on Albert Street remains an issue for motorists. The Belize City Council has implemented the use of parking meters along that stretch, and while it has proven convenient to some, it has deterred others from shopping in that area. In a release issued by the company earlier today, it expressed gratitude to its employees who have, quote, remained as the backbone of the company for so long, end quote. Hofius also thanked its loyal customers, as well as other proprietors in the business community on Albert Street and downtown Belize City. The pending closure of Hofius makes it the third prominent company on Albert Street, including Augusto Kwan, to go out of business in recent years. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.
On Monday, the case of the Bladen 12, that is, the 12 men, including 4 policemen, who are linked to the landing of a drug plane on the Southern Highway back in November of 2021, was transferred to another building. The matter was moved at the 11th hour from the Magistrates Court building on Coney Drive to the Charles Barlett Hyde building on Mahogany Street. The reason for the transfer was space issues. As defense attorney for several of the men, Dickie Bradley explained, the Coney Drive building is just not big enough to accommodate 12 defendants, their team of defense attorneys, the prosecutors, and the magistrate. But in the transfer of the matter to Mahogany Street, 2 oversights occurred. Media coverage was not given any consideration, hence it became a logistical problem when reporters arrived at the location, as the building also houses the Belize Family Court. The court is closed to media personnel because of the sensitive nature of family court matters that oftentimes involve children. So without prior notification and permission, the media was not allowed inside. Bradley told News 5 that it was never the intention to shut out news reporters from the Bladen drug plane trial.
towards the end of last week, the magistrate courts was able to secure the use of the upstairs flat at what is the Charles Bartlett Hyde building. So we ourselves only knew at last minute, so the media would not have known. And I don't want to say what I think, but I know for a fact that at the end of yesterday's morning proceedings, it was brought to the attention of the senior magistrate, Baha Shoman, that the media had been barred from attending the court. And her immediate response was that court trials in this country, by law, are open to the public, which happens to not only include the media has a special protection under the Constitution that you all have a right to obtain information and to disseminate information. There are words to that effect in the Constitution of Belize. So the media is especially to be allowed. So that was the first thing. I said, I have given no instructions that the media are barred, and the media have every right to come.
Even though the conditions with the space issues and all of that did not provide for us to be...
Well, that was a separate reason, because she would have sent for chairs to accommodate the media. That's how high a regard she would have for, as a magistrate, as a judge, as somebody in the legal profession. She knows that the media has an important role to play, otherwise second-hand information and here is so will end up ruling the airwaves. Yeah. So let the media come and hear and see for themselves. So that was her first response, which of course is supported by the Chief Justice and the Chief Magistrate of the country. The matter has been resolved. It is my understanding that the formal word has been handed out by the Chief Magistrate that the media is to be allowed to attend.
But while the media was inadvertently disallowed from entering the building to attend the court session, it didn't miss out of very much. Bradley said that all that happened was that the attorneys are to agree on which witnesses are not required to testify in person. The witnesses will number at least 60. Yes, 60. Because the head of the prosecution's branch, Alifa Ellerington, has indicated that she has 60 witnesses whose evidence they will rely on. And while the trial starts on Monday, it is expected that another oversight will be quickly addressed. A statutory instrument declaring that the Charles Hyde building has been assigned for the Bladen trial needs to be put out before the trial begins. That is, in following proper procedures, which involve informing the head of the judiciary and the magistracy, as well as the Attorney General and the Solicitor General, indicating the reason for such. Bradley explained that efforts has been made to put those procedures in motion, but time was of the essence.
Rules are made to guide us. They are not to be an obstacle that you can't overcome. There is a small little, not even an emergency, there's a small little problem in that, and there are two matters which we need to bear in mind, that there are a dozen accused persons. The courts on Coney Drive, which are a temporary crisis management situation, not really could accommodate 12 accused persons, 5 attorneys, a magistrate, and so on. That is a thing. Yes, there is a law that requires that a publication is made where a court is going to be held in a new environment. The courts in the country are so important to all of us that where you are moving from Albert Street to Coney Drive, the nation should know. People should know. Where they were carrying my son the court.
Was that done in this case?
That was being done in this case.
Was being done?
Yes. I'm not them, I'm not them, either with you. If they made a little slip down, it is understandable, it is explainable, and there is no malice or no attempt to try. I saw a media personality, a journalist, send me a text making the suggestion that it is deliberate because they don't want the media to be present. Okay. But that is not true. I know what happened here. I was there.
The spanking new Haulover Bridge was open to vehicular traffic less than a week ago, 4 days to be exact, and already it has seen its first traffic accident. The fender bender occurred right around the 5 o'clock peak hour this evening and created a bottleneck for traffic on both approaches of the bridge. The two vehicles were traveling in the same direction heading into Belize City when one, a red SUV, crashed into the back of another SUV, a white one. The new Haulover Bridge will be officially opened in March when the railing for the pedestrian walk will be complete. Coming up, progress on IDB loan for sustainable fishery sector. We'll have more details when we come back.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Come see a man which told me all things that I ever did. Is not this the Christ? Then they went out of the city and came unto him." This is one of the most encouraging conversions in the New Testament. It is a story of a woman who met Jesus. Many men had used her, but only Jesus truly loved her. He revealed her sins, but he also redeemed her soul. She never minded him being honest with her about her past when he was willing to help her in the present. She was so happy about this newfound Savior that she went to town and invited the entire city to come and see him. She was confident that they would find in him what she had found. Milton L. Dillon, in a poem, expresses what the woman at the well must have truly felt the day that she met him. "I wish you knew my Jesus and loved him as I do. For if you knew my Jesus, then you would love him too. He gave his life at Calvary, the sacrifice for you. If you'll receive my Jesus, then you will love him too." Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Well, my name is Ismail Florian. I work at Caribbean Sprinter. I'm the station manager for Keycocker. I downloaded DigiWallet since at work we use it, and my boss actually was the one that told me to download DigiWallet. I use it every week, especially to buy top-up and now and then to buy groceries. Live for Free is going to help me with everything since I'm not having to pay anything for 1 year. Well, I chose Mr. Valencia Tool. I chose him as my person to pay it forward to. I really chose him because back in the day he used to help me out, so I'm just trying to help back our friend.
Do you want a chance to live for free like me? Just download and use the DigiWallet app. Thank you, Digi.
This is the Taco Squad. Because all they do is talk and talk and talk. This one isn't talking so much now since Shine screamed at her. And this one hasn't said a word since the Senate Select Committee started looking at some questionable land dealings he was involved in. But for 13 years, they talked and got nothing done. Did you know that the UDP had access to funding to fix and upgrade police and BDF facilities? Instead, this is what police and BDF had to deal with. Did you know that the UDP had access to monies to upgrade fire stations across the country? You know what they did instead? They sold the Belize City Fire Station and left the others to deteriorate. You know who is upgrading police stations and BDF facilities for our brave men and women who serve? This government. Do you know who has built and upgraded fire stations across the country? This government. The difference is clear. In March, in every municipality, stay on track with the PUP.
Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety
and reminds you to always look out for power lines. When constructing your home or business, ensure that your structure is not immediately under or too close to power lines. Be cautious when mounting equipment such as rain gutters or satellite dishes, and make sure to secure them properly to avoid them falling or making contact with nearby overhead power lines. Also avoid planting trees directly under or too close to power lines. If you touch any conducting object that's in contact with the power line, electricity can instantly pass through you, causing a potentially deadly shock. If you're uncertain or think your home or business may be too close to power lines, call us toll-free at 0800-235-2273 or message us on Facebook or WhatsApp for guidance when working near power lines. Belize Electricity Limited. We care about your safety.
Whenever the PUP is in charge, there is always mismanagement, and the people of Punta Gorda know this all too well. This time around, it is the PUP councillors themselves who blew the whistle on their own mayor.
PG Town councillors alleged money mismanagement within their own council.
This is signed by 5 town councillors saying that there are financial irregularities in our council.
They have now switched from Charles Salgado to Carlos Obia. But this is the same Carlos Obia Galvez who was in charge in 2008 when town councillors claimed the PUP mayor we have has been mismanaging our funds, and he has been spending our money as if it is his own personal money. The mayor has run up our overdraft to 33,000, and the capacity approved by the Ministry of Finance for us at the bank is 15,000. They further accused Obia Galvez of racking up an excessive $4,000 fuel bill, almost a fifth of their monthly subvention, in just over a month, allegedly for use in his private taxi and tour business. And they claim Galvez's wife had signed for fuel on the council's account, which Galvez eventually acknowledged. The more things change, the more they remain the same. Punta Gorda has had enough of the PUP. It is time to elect Franklin Cranca Polonio and the UDP team. Belize is always better with the United Democratic Party.
Online sales scams have become an all too familiar occurrence in the digital age. We have reported on numerous cases that were brought to the attention of the police. Recently, a man was arrested and charged for allegedly scamming a woman of $1,400 for a sofa set he never delivered. We have also reported incidents involving vehicles and electronic devices. Well, one Ladyville resident was very close to making a deposit for the very same sofa set scam that another woman fell victim to. She saw some red flags during her online and telephone interactions with the purported seller. So what did she do? She threatened to send the police after the individuals and decided to forego the purchase. News 5's Paul Lopez takes a closer look at the matter and the steps victims can take. Here's that report.
Reports of online sales scams have become all too common. The latest person to be charged for a related offense is 26-year-old Hattieville resident Austin Williams. He was charged for scamming an elderly woman out of $1,400 for a sofa set he never delivered. We spoke via phone to a Ladyville resident who almost fell for Williams' Facebook scam.
I was just looking on Facebook Marketplace because I like to see if there's anything up there that I want. And I saw this beautiful white sofa, white leather sofa. So I figured, oh wow, this is nice. I have a sofa box. I can do with this nice looking one. So I messaged the person and immediately they responded and said, and they asked me if I was interested and I said yes. Asked them where were they located. They said Placencia.
But further interactions with the seller only raised red flags for this potential buyer.
Supposedly it was a young lady I was talking to, and the young lady said, oh, I can have my husband, but it's text, right? Not talking. I can have my husband bring it for you. So I said, could you please ask him how much he would charge me to bring it from Placencia? And she said, okay, I'll get back to you. And I said, okay. She messaged back $60. So that's the first red flag. $60 plus over from Placencia.
The seller insisted that this potential buyer deposit 50% of the $1,400 price tag placed on the item. She informed the seller that she had cash only, but that she would send $200 to hold the item. The purported husband of the woman she first interacted with called her the following day.
Now we were talking from a cell phone. He started to call me now. He said he's the husband of the young lady I was talking to. So he said he will get some of the publicity to come to me in Ladyville for the money. So I said, okay, but I want a receipt. He immediately took a picture of a receipt. He wrote with the full money, with my name on it, and sent me a picture of the receipt. So I said, okay. And within half an hour, the runman came to my house in Ladyville. And the first thing that kind of set me off was because the first thing the runman did was pull out the exact same receipt that the man was supposed to have written in Placencia little bit more than half an hour ago. So I took the receipt from him, I took back mine, and I put it back in my pocket. And I said, where did you get this receipt? He said, oh, the man from Belize City give me. I said, which man? He said, the man that you're supposed to send something for.
Pretending that she was ignorant of the red flags, she called back the number and the purported seller informed her that he was still in Placencia. She then informed him that her husband is a police officer in Placencia and that she would send him to collect the item and make the payment. She says the accounts were immediately deleted from Facebook. The purported seller used the identities of two individuals, Nyla Nunes and Howard Casey, without their knowledge. Even though she avoided this scam, one woman fell victim and lost $1,400. Police, with the help of their cybercrime unit, were able to track down the scammer.
The first step is making a report, and statement will be recorded, and we will be gathering the evidence, who is involved, the method that was used, and so forth. But the first step you can take is to make that report. No amount is too small. We will look into every matter.
According to Superintendent Osman Mortis, there has been an increase in reports of online sales scams. He says potential online buyers need to act with increased caution.
Not everything electronic is good, and there are some good people out there on social media doing legitimate business, and there are a few out there who are making it bad for, the good suffer for the bad. As they say, goes buyer beware. You have to make sure when you're spending your money that your money is going to where it is intended and that you are getting that product for your money that you are spending. As a lot of people in Belize are not aware, there is a cybercrime act and the penalties are no joke.
We also spoke with attorney Richard Dickey Bradley, who implored citizens to protect their personal information so as to avoid being named in these kinds of online sales scams.
You need to protect yourself. You can't make people have access to your PIN, you can't make people have access to your account, access to information which can be used against you. Like I was shocked to find out, here we go again, that let me use it this way. At two courts, they want people to bring and show the bank account if they are going to be allowed to sign bail for a citizen. Can you imagine? No, you go give the information, what will happen? This is your bank, this is your information. You know what that is? Fortunately, the law in Belize is being brought up to speed in terms of a lot of these matters here. As a victim, if a crime has been committed against you, if you have been duped, as you just mentioned, one of the words that can be used, obtaining property by false deception, hurriedly go and make a report to the police. And secondly, shut down whatever information is out there as best as you can and don't let it happen again. It is a phrase that if a man deceives me once, shame on him. If he deceives me twice, man, I am the jack.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
A case of attempted murder during which Tyrone Scott was robbed and stabbed multiple times in September 2016 is set to begin in April. Elward McKay and Alexander Bainton have been charged with dangerous harm and robbery stemming from the incident over 7 years ago. But when the duo appeared in the High Court earlier today, when the trial was initially scheduled to commence, Bainton decided to challenge the Crown to prove its charge against him. The matter is being dealt with by Justice Candice Nanton. While McKay pleaded guilty, his alleged accomplice instead challenged the Crown Counsel, resulting in an adjournment to April 15, 2024. In the case of McKay, Justice Nanton re-offered bail in the sum of $6,000 plus one surety of the same amount. Lobster and conch are the bedrock of Belize's fisheries sector. More than 3,000 fisher folks that directly benefit from the sector have been primarily fishing lobster and conch. There is, however, a growing concern that increased demand poses a threat to the nation's lobster and conch stocks. In 2023, the government of Belize signed a $7 million loan with the Inter-American Development Bank to support sustainable growth in Belize's blue economy. Among its primary objective is the adoption of sustainable technologies and best fishing practices by artisan fishers. News 5's Paul Lopez was present at the IDB and Ministry of Blue Economy workshop in Belize City. He filed the following report.
For decades, the two most important species contributing to economic growth within the fishing sector have been spiny lobster and queen conch. An Inter-American Development Bank study has found that lobster stocks in Belize may have reached its maximum sustainable yield, largely due to increased production levels and fishing pressures. On the other hand, conch is the most regulated fisheries in Belize, with a catch quota and conversion standards. However, according to IDB, the conch population over all its habitat range in Belize is yet to be comprehensively evaluated.
Much of the fishing sector is founded on lobster and conch. Nonetheless, there is excellent opportunity with finfish. However, our stakeholders are mostly accustomed to their traditional shallow water areas.
Felicia Cruz, the director at the Ministry of Blue Economy, has been leading the charge in the execution of a $14 million IDB project to support sustainable growth in Belize's blue economy sector. The loan agreement was first signed by Prime Minister John Bressenio in September 2023 at the Belize Investment Summit. Parliament approved the loan in October 2023.
There are a number of challenges that we are facing. Climate change is one of them that is creating havoc with marine life all over the world. But also, as our population grows, we are having more and more fisher folks. And it is important for us to look at what has happened in the region. Because there was not proper regulation, we have used our marine products unsustainably. We just can't say, oh, we think we have 50,000 pounds of lobster in the sea, and then we take out 50,000 when you only take out 30,000.
One of the main aspects of this project is to support the development of the finfish sector, decreasing the industry's dependence on depleting lobster and conch stocks.
The hope is that we can also open access for new markets so that they can now have other products such as finfish out there, since traditionally they tend to go for lobster and conch or stone crab.
Revenue earned from Belize's lobster and conch export has doubled over the last 8 years with no signs of slowing down. These species act as a primary source of income for artisanal fishers. So if you ask them which of the three they prefer to fish, lobster would be at the top of their lists. Additionally, artisanal fisher folks require upgraded vessels and equipment to practice deep slope fishing for finfish. Investments are also needed to improve business skills and market locations. Mark has been buying and selling fish at the Conch Shell Bay market for the past 25 years. He spoke with us off camera.
Every time they move the market, they put a toilet. They put a sensible water system. So, just out there on a whole, they need to wash down the market now again, like the fire station used to go wash it, right? They not come back out and wash the place. Look how the place look.
How sanitary you think this area is? I know you're doing your selling, you're making a living.
Yeah, I be like, I call it out of 10, I call it 3. Because this place need to like sanitize every month or every week, right? The fire station, you go wash down the place. You got some clean this up on the mind with, right? But no, everything stopped.
Would you say the sanitary concerns takes away from the amount of customers that would come or the income that you could make?
Yep, by far, because some people go and look for the place, they say, well, I'm not buying for that car. They prefer go to the boat. They guys out there, they said, when he's in the box there, so today, that like steal thing, right? So what they do, they turn around and they go to the boat. So we have to wait till the boat don't got nothing.
We've been receiving a lot of feedback from our stakeholders on a need to really provide the financial support, that initial capital needed to help them now diversify into a new fishing sector.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
After the break, in tonight's episode of Culture Tuesday, East Indian cuisine from PG to Belize. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Corruption and contention has been the order of the day in all municipal governments controlled by the PUP, and the Benqueviejo Town Council is no exception. Back in June 2023, evidence emerged of serious financial irregularities, specifically regarding issuance of checks. A report produced by public officers at Ministry of Local Government revealed that the mayor and sometimes his driver would on some of their out-district trips take blank checks to acquire purchases for the council. But there is no accounting of what exactly the money is spent on. As with Punta Gorda, the minister and the prime minister looked the other way, even after the opposition UDP publicly called them out. Also, as with Punta Gorda and Belmopan, there has been major infighting among the Benqueviejo PUP mayor and councillors.
But the very own councillors who are attacking the council.
If Bresenio and his government will not do anything about it, then it is time for the people to take action. On March 6, put an end to all the corruption and contention in PUP councils countrywide. Vote them out. In Benqueviejo, elect Marco Tessucum and the UDP team to restore honesty and fiscal responsibility. Belize is always better with the United Democratic Party.
2,251,000 slices of watermelon are eaten by tourists each year in Belize, benefiting local farmers and processors directly. Tourism means business.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers! We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced full high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan. Good
morning, students. Welcome to the Benny's Belize Hurricanes Academy Class 101. My name is Professor Cut 5. Now, in last week's class, it seems that the Tiger Shark students did not learn anything from last year. I'm hoping in this week's edition that the Orange Walk Running Rebels bring their notepad. Class is now in session.
They're playing basketball.
This Friday, February 9, the Belize Civic Center will be jumping once again as your three-time and defending champion of the BEBL, Benny's Belize Hurricanes, led by their sizzling six, Lindsay Cooper Lopez, Victor Vito Evans, Tyree Orozco, Jamel Harris, the African Burama Sidibe, and the three-point boss, Amar Ross, goes up against the Orange Walk Running Rebels, who have been talking smack lately. And it's time that the three-time champion Benny's Belize Hurricanes
All on the floor.
gates open at 7 p.m. Entertainment commences from 8 with the Minorite Band, and then at 9 p.m. it's the Hurricanes versus Running Rebels.
One team, one big family.
Bring out the entire family this Friday night to the Belize Civic Center as your defending champion, Benny's Belize Hurricane, takes center stage. Hey, primary and high schoolers, don't forget to bring out your posters and banners for the $1,000 competition. Then, of course, there's the Hopkins Hamanasi Resort First 5 contest for firms, family, and friends, valued at $5,000.
Hurricanes are one big family.
The after party at Thirsty Thursdays. Sponsors.
Yo, respect the city. Love the game. Family. Belize Hurricanes. Hurricanes are one big family.
Aren't you tired of all the talking? No doubt he got that from Daddy Dean, Mr. Glitter and no substance. For 13 years, the UDP ignored our health system, and now they have all the answers. Did you know that national health insurance was stagnant under the UDP? Did you know that many NHI facilities closed down under the UDP? No growth in 13 years. 13 years. Since 2020, NHI has added lab and imaging services. Since 2020, NHI has upgraded all its existing facilities. Since 2020, NHI has rolled out to Orange Walk and is now rolling out to the entire Belize district, including San Pedro and Keycocker. This PUP government did that. In March, we keep moving forward. In March, we to stay on track with the PUP.
From Punta Gorda all the way to Belize City, this week's Culture Tuesday dives into the world of East Indian cuisine. East Indians are concentrated in southern Belize, but also thrive in other areas as well. Like Annette Ramklam, who welcomed us into her kitchen to watch as she blends the spices she grew up with in her home with traditional Belizean meals. PG Kitchen, which celebrates its 20th anniversary this month, has been dedicated to bringing East Indian culture to any Belizean with an appetite. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with that story.
I don't go by measurement.
Just go by feeling.
That's how my mom teaches me, so I just keep it like that.
PG Kitchen, located at the corner of St. Thomas Street and Freetown Road, has been in operation since 2004. The restaurant was started by Estelle Ramklam, who wanted to share her culture's cuisine with others in Belize. It was later handed down to Annette Ramklam, one of her 6 daughters with a love for cooking.
And the reason why we opened, well, not me, my mom, the reason why she opened the kitchen is because she wanted to introduce our cultural food. And from then on, it became a hit.
So this was originally your mother's restaurant that you took over?
It was. And then before she got sick, she has 6 daughters. Nobody else didn't want to take it over, so I left from PG and came over and took it over.
How long have you been here?
Okay, I'm here from 2007, but I originally took it over in 2009. From then on, it's me one.
So you said that you prepare your culture's cuisine. What kind of food do you make here?
Okay, we do our regular breakfast, which is Belizean breakfast. But when it comes to the lunch, then we try to introduce our food, which is yellow ginger. In our culture, we call it takar. We do different type of greens. We do pumpkin, whatever greens we could get to at the market. Pumpkin, kalalo, sarose. A lot of people don't know about sarose, which is something really good. I love it. Yes.
Ramklam explained that she tries to keep her menu rotating with different items every day so that patrons can get a taste of something different from her East Indian culture on any given day.
That's why people come. I never put out a menu for the same reason, because people said, oh, they're going to have this today, they're going to have that. When they come, they don't know what they'll be getting.
Something different every day.
Every day. And every day I got at least 3 or 4 different meats. Today I will be having regular Belizean cuisine, rice and beans, stew beans, white rice, stewed chicken, and stew pork, beef liver. But the special will be yellow ginger chicken with green beans. In our culture, we don't say green beans, we said yard beans because it's like a whole yard. This is how it look like. So I have it cut up already, but it's longer than this. Yeah, so I just cut it up and then we'll put it in the chicken along with the other condiments and whatever. And that's it. Serve it with, you could eat it with white rice, but Belizean people love their rice and beans. So it's their choice, whichever they want it with.
Alongside the takari chicken, Ramklam prepared an East Indian side known as tomato choka, which is made by roasting tomatoes on an open flame before chopping and mixing with onions, cilantro, pepper, and salt. She explained that this side could be eaten with plain white rice and is a delicious meat alternative for vegetarians.
Majority of our food, you don't have to have meat to get a meal. You don't have to have meat at all.
Especially with the beans that go into it as well, because that's full of protein.
Yes, and we do the kalalo as well. We do kalalo, we do pumpkin. Some of the time I would mix the pumpkin in the chicken like that or the pork meat, but then other times I would just fry it on the side, because you got a lot of people doesn't eat meat.
Upon herself to expand and renovate her business, the Belize City Council reached out to her to rebuild the establishment from the ground up as part of a rejuvenation project with the BTB. She hopes it will begin construction soon. Until then, she remains grateful for her business as it is, and just hopes to continue sharing her love for cooking and her culture with other Belizeans.
I won't complain, because in all business you have good days and you have bad days. So I always look forward for the day which is not good. The day which is good, we save what they call a rainy day. The good days we save for the bad days.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Pepper Ebony.
When we return, Pomona gains digital center through Taiwan partnership.
For 13 years under the Party of Talk, there was a drought, and our farmers suffered. There was no vision, no plan, no help for those who work to feed this nation, just incompetence and greed. The worst drought in the history of Belize, thanks to the UDP. And then everything changed. The borders were opened, and markets found for our cattle farmers. The Big Falls rice mill was reopened, providing jobs for our people, and 2,000 small farmers received grants and technical assistance through a program called Sembrando Vida. Today, our farmers know they are appreciated. They know that they are valued. Do you know why? Because of this PUP government, which works. Let's keep moving forward. In March, in every municipality, we to stay on track with the PUP.
One 1,067,700 slices of bacon are eaten by tourists each year, stimulating our local economy. Tourism means business.
Bernard Wagner cannot pick up the garbage. He cannot fix the streets. He cannot maintain the drains.
We have to do a better job maintaining the drains.
He cannot even pay city council workers.
The other day, we had to bail out the Belize City Council. They were short of $100,000. They could not pay their salaries, and central government paid them.
But he can spend almost $250,000 on a concert, most of it on a foreign artist, and find it funny.
I like Rongdong.
Nobody elected Wagner and the PUP council to throw concerts. They were elected to fix the streets, maintain the drains, and keep the city clean. If they cannot do the job they were elected for, then they should follow the advice of Abelardo Mai.
Find something else to do.
And Belize City voters must heed the advice of Wagner's own deputy.
We need to go a different direction. The city needs a breath of fresh air, needs new leadership.
The city needs new leadership. The country needs new leadership. The time is now.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
The government of Belize has sent a note of condolence to the government of Chile on the loss of over 100 persons in recent raging forest fires. The fires in the Valparaiso region have ravaged central Chile for several days and have claimed more than 100 lives, with more than 300 persons still missing. The blaze is said to be Chile's deadliest disaster since an earthquake in 2010. In the wake of the fire, Belize calls on the international community to intensify its advocacy for the implementation of climate policies aimed at preventing the frequency of these disasters. Students and residents of Pomona Village can look forward to connecting with others through the use of the newly installed Digital Connect Center. The center was acquired through a partnership with the Republic of China Taiwan and was inaugurated on Tuesday in Pomona Village. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
Shortly after the launch of the Digital Connect Center in the Valley of Peace community in late January, another facility has been unveiled, this time in Pomona Village in Stan Creek District. As a part of the National Digital Agenda 2022 to 2025. Michelle Chabat, Minister of Public Utilities, Energy, Logistics and E-Governance, attended the ceremony to express the importance of the center's installation.
Connectivity to the internet and the wider world is not a luxury in the fast-paced digital era anymore. It is a necessity. As such, our commitment to closing the digital gap and making sure that no community is left behind is demonstrated by now connecting over 1,700 villagers to this digital technology, to both digital technology and digital skills training through this center. I wish to highlight the forward-thinking vision of the area representative, the Honorable Rodwell Ferguson, his steadfast support, commitment, and consideration for his constituents. I express my sincere gratitude to the Taiwanese International Cooperation and Development Fund, the ICDF, for their important assistance in bringing this initiative to fruition. Their dedication, along with that of the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, to advancing digital projects in Belize, has had a significant impact on how our rural areas are being developed.
The center was made possible through collaborative efforts with the Republic of China Taiwan. Lily Li Wen-chu, Ambassador of Taiwan to Belize, spoke on the significance of this endeavor.
This center in Pomona is the first one being inaugurated in 2024. And 3 more Digital Connect centers will be set up soon. So I'm very excited that we continue to advance the digital transformation in Belize through the collaboration partnership between our two governments. Now, like every Digital Connect Center we launched, this center in Pomona not only provides facilities like computers and the internet connections, it will also carry out digital literacy training courses so that participants of the courses could be equipped with the tools and capabilities needed in today's digital era. I hope members of the community, or even beyond in the neighboring villages, young and old, women and men, will all make good use of these facilities and actively participate in the training courses to empower yourselves and embrace the endless digital opportunities.
The area representative for Stan Creek West also extended his gratitude for the donation and hopes for the expansion of the project.
And regardless of whichever government is in office, we maintain the relationship with you because we know of your kindness and your one contribution to our small country. It's a very small country, and we appreciate every aspect of your contribution. Minister, you and your staff, when you call me and say, Minister, we want to take our digital connect to Pomona, right away I embrace it. But I tell you, we got 26 villages. And if you only bring it to one, then the rest will get jealous. So I'm hopeful that there is more connection to find more funding to do likewise in my 26 villages. Because we all have children, and now the old age is over. Where we used to go to a library and do our research in books, now all this research is done through computer. So it is very important for us to have that access for our children to gain the proper education they deserve.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.